No.
And nothing happens.
No.
So the impression is that there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
That's what we're bubbling.
So, and is it important to deal with that perception on the other kids? Yeah.
I feel like yesterday they knew something was happening, like that. Anyone that saw the parent came, they saw it, we talked to the parent.
Yeah.
They saw time came, she was taking home, and they saw there was something.
Is there a point about escalating where the student, this is not punishment, I'm not suggesting punishment, it's confidence, but different to punishment. Is
They
there
are.
a time when, with repeat issues, the students need more time now to think about the choices they make? And so deliberate opportunities for them to be taken out. So it could be through some service work, service tasks, but not necessarily having the privilege of a break time. Because of escalate or continuing issues.
Because
I think that's necessarily
another like angle to look at is I was actually teaching in the classroom here. I understood completely what was happening outside, and I knew what we were doing with Tyler, and I understood the whole process. And I understood that there would be things that, but this entire class, for the whole double period, they could not settle because they watched him constantly, and Micah would not engage. I said, Micah, please keep working on this stuff. And he would keep going, oh, no, he's doing this. Oh.
So why were they watching? What were they interested in?
And then the parent, oh, he's doing this. And stop talking about that. Let's keep working on the task. Let's keep working on the task. At some point, the task became not so important.
Yeah.
Because what was happening outside was more important. What my question is, at what point does the education for a whole class has now been in jeopardy because of the actions of one person who's not even in the class at the time?
Yeah.
What do I do as a teacher? I've prepared a lesson and I'm trying to execute it. And I understand that there's other things happening because we all know that these are issues we're dealing with. But essentially, in an indirect way, he was involved in my class.
If that was happening over and over and over again, now I would be worried about it. But why not?
Why not? Yes, no, I know
I
it's
hope there was some learning for those kids in that, because what did they expect? Did they want to watch me being pulled into the jungle? What did they want?
I just know that it wasn't just Micah who was involved.
Yeah.
It was Caden who took an interest in it. It was, so he egged Micah to keep watching, right? There were like glimpses of other girls, oh, what's happening now? Oh, yeah, well, it's like something. But I don't know what their motive was. Lynn was obviously very excited about the whole thing. And in the end, I had to say to Miss Duke, please take them out of the book. Because it was too many elements to manage.
Yeah.
And no, I understand completely. We were doing all the right things, but I'm sitting over there thinking, the lesson's not going to work.
Yeah.
It may not have worked anyway, and it was a one-off. But the thing is, okay, so he's, he's 14 kids here, and there's one here, and I'm trying to work out in my head, how do I balance it? And I'm not even in the jungle at this point. What if that says to me later, you didn't teach anything like that. Yes, I did. I actually did teach this. Oh, right. That's what worries me.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, well, what are we doing?
Yep. Yeah. I think it's a really valid.
It is valid.
Yeah.
And so for my reflection, what could I have done differently?
No, I don't mean like you.
Yeah, no, but this is what we do. Then we reflect, like, what could we have done differently? I think that the reason why we didn't move Tyler at that point was because he was in red, and that would have been. But knowing that this was the impact, that might make us change our actions differently next time, because we would reflect and go, you know what?
At the back of my head, I thought, okay, he's going to settle in 5 minutes. It's going to happen in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, we could go out and talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then go out and talk to you. Then it's going to look to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's up even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh no, I'll stay in here, and then I'll just keep teaching the lesson.
What I like in reflection today, maybe what we could have improved then I could have actually said to him that we're interrupting the learning in that classroom, so we need to move.
Yeah.
And move. And he might not have. He may have. He was actually going through calm and
Yes, I noticed that.
then agitated, like.
But it took him a good 30 to 40 minutes.
He was around.
Yeah.
He was around the back of the building for a little while too.
Yeah. I mean, I know, I completely understand you in a district situation.
Yeah, but it's a valid point. Yeah.
Minimize the stress
Yeah.
I was, and
Yeah.
you were trying to minimize the stress you were.
What I was hoping for in that is not only learning from him, but learning from the other students about how we manage things. And I feel like those kids want us in the jungle all the time. There's kids here that want us in the jungle all the time. And for me yesterday was because if they were watching, I feel like they were watching because they wanted to see him in the jungle. They wanted to
And if we look at this, they're waiting for me to go into the
Yep.
jungle too.
Yep. And then Caden to Micah, and he was trying to get him in there. Yeah.
And if we didn't go into the jungle, we've actually achieved something. And yes, it doesn't. I don't usually do that. No, achieve. If we didn't go into the jungle, that's powerful learning. That's actually something.
It's powerful learning. Yep.
And if we can continue not to go into the jungle like that,
Yeah.
they won't get the fights that they do.
No.
Because that's what they're after. And sometimes the learning that, but the academic learning has to suffer a little bit of the social and emotional.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. But at the same time, if something's really disturbing your lesson and you're really frustrated because you have a good lesson plan, don't be afraid to come and just talk politely to me. But I will not, hopefully that doesn't happen like that.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, this is extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, but it's a good scenario to talk through, though. It is good. Okay. I'm going to keep going because I do want to finish off with some other admin stuff, so we're probably not going to get it finished, but that's okay. So words. They twist our words around. If we use too many words, they kind of glaze over and get bored. Too many words can lead to misunderstandings, and sometimes if it sounds like it's nagging, they will just not listen at all. They will just tune out. Okay, so it's about keeping it short and to the point. So a scenario, George is rocking on his chair. Billy's doing it too. You're not saying anything to him. So we'll just say, this is not about Billy, this is about you, or stop your chair. Stop your chair. Okay, so I've already said to him once, George, if you're going to rock on your chair, I'm worried you're going to fall over and hit your head, put your chair on the ground. So I've done the explanation once. Yeah, but Billy is blah, blah, blah. Stop your chair, please. I'll probably put a please. Okay. Sometimes, as I said earlier, good intentions make us go into the jungle. We might want to explain it again and again and again because we're teachers, but we need to realise I've given a decent explanation and I genuinely think I've met the needs of that student, then I need to stop. Okay. The emotion one. So taunting us, name calling, swearing, nasty comments, they're all emotional traps. So same as pestering us. Okay, when are we going to do that? When are we going to do that? Sometimes these ones are tricky because we feel hurt and we feel defensive and we're offended and we're angry and all of those things. Those emotions can push us towards the line. Okay? So if someone tells me, that I'm a crap teacher, I find that really difficult. And that makes me take a step closer. And I have to realise, they're just trying to suck me in here.
But having said that,
Yeah.
having someone feel like the teacher getting
Mhm.
angry,
I don't think it's acceptable at all. No. Yeah. It's not. I'm not saying that any of this is it. None of this is acceptable. It's just explaining why. I don't think it's acceptable at all. I think it's horrendous. Yeah. I think teacher burnout is a very real thing. I think that managing teachers' health is really, really important. I think that is damaging to both of those. But how we get to fixing that is not, so it's about him developing his regulation. So matter-of-fact tone for emotion. Loud, soft. Okay, when they're loud and wordy, soft and fewer words.
With that one,
Yep.
the question
Yeah.
is right. So he'll be sitting in maths doing his work, but he's talking loudly. Like he's maybe on task, but he's talking loudly. Is that
Yeah, I think
Instructing our children how they think about the loud talk.
I don't actually think he realises.
so it
Yeah.
even our progress we can say Riley, can you please keep it down?
Yeah.
Just up to the others. I walk away and he's literally doing it again.
So how are the other children feeling about that? Because can they...
That probably takes pouring power into the jungle. Yeah.
Okay.
It does it in English as well. He yells up the answers quicker than everybody and I'll say it.
Well, he does that in EP, doesn't he? He puts his hand up and starts talking.
Give other people chances to answer. And he'll go, no, but I need to tell you now. And I'll go, oh, well, hang on a second.
Consider it
Hang on a
up to
second.
Yeah.
He goes, well, if I don't tell you before other people, you won't know if I know. And I'll be like, okay, just hang on a second.
So that's just pulling you into. That's his words. That's just he's just pulling you in. Yeah. Yep. He is very, very good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what happens is the other kids, then they go, oh yeah, we have the answer.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
end of that question.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, at that point where he's out of the jungle, then, and he wasn't on Friday when we did our restorative one, he wasn't, he was still quite at red. But it's around then having that conversation about what he's doing in terms of impacting other people's learning, and so, but those conversations have to be when they're no longer in there. And that's why they cannot occur while they are in there. While they are in there, it is 4 words, shut it down, remove if you have to, but you don't have those explanations while they're still in there. It will not work. They will not hear you. Sometimes, and
Still around 10:30, and
Yep.
I just have to let him know.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
going to chase him
No.
because he wanted that show. This is
Yes.
what he said.
Yes. No.
That whole...
And sometimes you just have
I
to.
might have told him today.
No.
Follow up, different conversation again.
And sometimes you just have to understand that when they are, like, you can't wait forever to have a restorative, you can't wait 3 days, right, to have a restorative conversation. Sometimes you have to accept that in this conversation right now, I know you're hearing me and I'm just going to plant this seed right now. And it's not a full restorative one because the relationship hasn't been repaired, but you have to meet them where they're at that point in time.
Part of restorative is also not just repairing relationship, but then accepting responsibility for their actions.
Yes.
That's the first part. And
Yeah.
that's the important part.
And if they don't, yeah.
And how that affects other people.
Yeah.
And part of the point you're talking about consequences, but the consequence of their actions is having to talk about it.
Yeah.
Having to be there because they don't like that.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the more they don't like it for a start. And that's the one hundred. No, that's
At what point, Genevieve, do they understand, oh, I'm just going to go and have a restorative conversation, I know the words to say,
Yeah, but that doesn't happen because if they don't show, because the action at the end of the restorative is, okay, what things need to change to make the outcome differently next time. And so there's things about that they decide that they agree with that needs to change. And if these things, and it's only words unless you see action. So if the actions continue, it's ongoing, there's a next step. And the next step is a formal behaviour plan.
I just don't accept that because how many times have we had this conversation with Kane in particular? And it's not escalating. There's no further consequences. It's the same things every day. He's destroyed Lawrence's tray, Nan's tray today.
I didn't know that.
It was her saying it doesn't matter what parents go to school.
Okay.
So,
So Genevieve and I had a conversation, like he's probably going on a behaviour plan, it's not very far away. I didn't know about Lawrence's tray and because I contacted Rochelle about English and so I didn't know about that one.
And you know how we had the whole story after the whole thing escalated with Jess's shirt and he accepted that it was last week. So
Okay, you're right.
He blew up and it was absolutely in the morning.
Yeah.
And he talked to you about the whole fact that what could you do to change this to not.
Oh yeah, the day he threw the phone. Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
every morning that I've been on, he refuses to take the shirt. I know it's only a small thing.
No, but it's not, is it?
If he's gone through all those
Yeah.
steps,
Yeah.
why is that still, why is that still happening? Because I'm on 3 mornings, I think, and I know I'm new.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
sometimes they are pushing that.
Yeah.
Everyone else other
with him and...
Oh no, he is being ridiculously difficult at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do too. I don't know yet what his end goal is.
Yeah, because like, I don't want to get put in...
Yeah.
So I don't really engage. I wasn't talking about the jungle. I was just...
No, yeah.
So what I'll do is...
Sorry.
So I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
So, right? But then, Corey thinks that he doesn't have his shirt in. And he
You're right.
It's funny.
Yeah. Sorry, it is time anyway.
Sign out before you go, please. So then Corey says, it's funny.
Yeah.
So do you know what
So-
he's now been doing in the morning? Corey goes around and pulls everyone else's shirt.
Yeah. So for me, then, that's something that I need to know so that I can then follow that up. So, yeah. No, that's okay, but that's the answer to that. So, and then the next conversation is, okay, you said that last Thursday or whatever it is, that the way that you would have changed that entire morning was to have tucked your shirt in when you were asked. You thought that was a reasonable, okay, so so this hasn't changed. So what now? Where do we go from here? And then we talk about where we go to from here and what options he's leaving us.
So I talked to Kate about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the mornings, like I know it's a small thing with the shirt and I know whatever, but I feel like I'm constantly going into the staff room because straight away in the morning, and I know we're talking about not going to the jungle.
Yeah.
I'm not engaging with
But you're frustrated.
I get so frustrated. And
Yeah.
It's 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't want to start my day like this.
Yeah, and so I go into the thing and I'm asking for help to get him to
Tuck his shirt in.
tuck his
Yeah.
shirt in. And Kate said to me the other day that he doesn't tuck it in her, so it made me feel a little bit like it's not just me, because I've seen Lincoln do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Kane do it, but he sees you walk down the room. You don't even know to walk.
I know.
I know. As soon as he sees you,
I know.
he tucks his shirt in.
I know.
To me, as Michelle was saying, I have no power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
that demeans us. And that's why I want to call you sometimes, but sometimes I don't, and then you
Yeah.
do this thing of...
Yep. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they do that other than I've always been consistent. I don't know why, Emma. Like, you know...
I've got a solution for the shirt.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly move on. The other thing we have to take into account is this. Most of us have been brought up with parents who were in the jungle with us. Okay? So they lectured us. They used guilt trips or threats. Wait till your father gets home. Ever get that one? They shout, they smacked. Okay? So they sometimes look like they work, but maybe our self-regulation was developed later on. Sorry? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. And I still swear like no one's business, and I had mine washed out probably once a week. So other things that you need, so it didn't work for me. Other things that you need to note, keep it positive. Okay, so you want to bring attention to those in the class that are doing the right thing. Thanks for getting straight to work. I really appreciate that. Thanks for bringing all your books today. Noting the ones who are actually doing the right things. And then just remember, fewer words, tone, quiet, calm. They're the 4 things. Okay? Not going to fix everything, but it's just another tool in our tool belt. Okay. I want to talk about this super quick before we go. Right. The final date for the submission for general subjects of the first 2 summative internal assessments is the 16th of August. You do not have to have your entire Year 12 planning. It is, but you need to, no, but you're right, you just need to listen for a second. But this one doesn't apply to you, but does apply to you. Yep, so this is for Unit 3. Okay, so for Unit 3, your first 2 summative internal assessments have to be complete by Friday the 16th of August. They have to be submitted to QCAA by that day. You do not need to have your entire Unit 3 written, but you need to have an idea about what your assessment is going to be and how you're going to get there. Okay? So, what I'm proposing is on the Thursday of the pupil free week, so we have like a community of practice where we all, whether you are a general teacher or not, sit around the table and go through an internal endorsement of those assessments.
And is that day
That is the 18th of July. So my question to you, and I need to wait for Megan and Jodie and Leah and Paul Gray to get back to me, can we be prepared by that point or not? So it's a month earlier than what they need to be.
I think so.
So for you, yep.
I think it would be good because then we get some other eyes over it before you send it to Kistova and then they send it back and then you're like, oh, I'm terrible, I suck, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
If someone else just looks at it for us, it might just refine it a bit more because then if they send it back, then you're going to rush around and try and get it ready again and it just, I think it's going to push us back.
I think it would be really handy to possibly split into curriculum groups, or as close to, I know we don't have enough teachers, but maybe maths and science and English, because perhaps the assignments will be similar.
Yeah, they do talk about it though, that in terms of, have you done the endorsement module? Yeah, okay. So in that module, they talk about the things that they want you to look for. So while the content is only a really small part of it, it's about accessibility, it's about bias, it's about the language used, it's about all the other things. So maybe we go looking at content and then looking at the whole thing. The reason why I would like as many people to participate as possible is that I think it's an opportunity for us all to improve our understanding around assessment. So that's, yeah. But I think in terms of content and, like, I don't know what a data test is meant to look like. I have no idea.
When they were tuning people, it was a bit
Too big?
too big.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that was the only thing I found.
Okay. That's the Thursday, and I'm pretty sure it's Monday the 15th. We've got social moderation again in Rockhampton. So we take a bus up, we meet with a whole heap of other schools, we take up work that we've done, and we go through like a moderation process. So, and you do that in subject areas. So just keep that in the back of your mind. July. Yeah. Okay, it's a pupil-free week. The first week of term 3 is a pupil-free week. So we have Monday, we do social moderation. Tuesday, I'm trying to get a PD, an external PD provider to come and do some PD. Wednesday will probably be just your own planning. Thursday, we're going to do this. Friday is parent-teacher interviews. Okay? So you don't have to do them in your own time. The second thing that I'm proposing, and it's not allowed to go outside this room. Okay. The middle school has always been marketed, or the secondary school has always been marketed, that we would never combine classes. But what I'm hearing is this, that it is very hard to teach to groups of one, or 2, or 3, or 4. That the students are kind of missing out because of that lack of classroom discussion engagement at that level. The QCAA has written the I'm going to talk senior secondary for a second, guys, and then I'll come back to this. They have written what they call a concurrent delivery for every subject, applied essential or general. What they have done is to map out how Year 11s and Year 12s can be taught in the same classroom at the same time. What I am looking for you, if you are a senior secondary teacher, I'll talk about everyone else in a second. If you're a senior secondary teacher, I would love for you to go to your syllabus documents. I'm going to go, I don't even know. What's one? Math. Okay, math methods. If you go up to your resources tab and you go right down the bottom to other, there is this document here called concurrent delivery. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, it's different to alternate sequence. So there's an alternate sequence as well, but alternate sequence requires way more endorsement. So this is actually, the QCAA have said this is the easier option. So they have mapped for every subject how you would teach, how units 1 and 2 connect to units 3 and 4 so that you can teach them concurrently. So they've done the curriculum mapping for us. What I would like from you is to have a look at them and go, nah, no way, or yeah, okay, I think we can look at this further. If we want to explore this further, I would get the QCAA up here to talk us through what this looks like. Okay? I think in terms of outcomes for our kids, I think this would help them to be in bigger classrooms with more children collaboratively learning. Okay? So I just would like it if you, I can talk to you about this in a second there, I'd like it if you could have a look at that for me.
Do you see this as just an elective thing or for all the subjects?
It is done for all the subjects. So we would make an on-campus decision around how that would look. Yeah. So there's something like general English and general math, which have got big students anyway. So I don't think it would work for them. The second one then that I want to throw up is the Australian curriculum. So this would be for students in grades 7 to 10 in subjects like the arts, where they have a 2-year achievement standard, the possibility of joining elective groups in year 9 and 10. It would like, what we would end up doing is drafting an A and B year. It would halve your load in terms of planning. It would free up some space on the timetable. It's an option. Now, I preface this by saying this can't go outside this room because it's very different to the model that has been, it is. The reason why we're exploring it is around the difficulty of teaching to one child or two children and the impact that that's actually having on learning.
And also the advantages I could get from having combined classes.
Yes.
And the learning, I think would be more richer.
I'm sorry, if you need to go. I'm sorry, it was not my intention to go this long.
I think there's a lot of advantages.
Yeah, and it will all be around the delivery. I can't, for me, and I'm only at the very initial stages of thinking this through, 7, 8, 9, 10, English, math, science will forever be separate for me. I think. Yeah, I think I'm looking at more these arts, the electives. I think that we have scope to do that.
Will it still be viewed on class sizes as well, though?
Oh, absolutely. So and there is one more thing that I need to take into account, which is that in year, so I have Kane and Montana in subsequent years. I have Cooper and Georgia in subsequent years. I went to school in the same grade as my sister.
So there can be a bit of rivalry.
Well, but it might come down to the electives they choose. You know, like Montana doesn't do manual arts, Kane probably will. So it might not be an issue, but it is something to consider in the back of your mind, in my mind. I just want to let you know that this is what I'm exploring, and I would like your feedback around this. Okay? It is. But when they go into electives, the maximum's going to be is 12. Oh, well, no, that's not true. That's a lie. It could be 23, couldn't it? Like, they could all choose the same elective. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's better than having one student.
It is. Yeah, it is. So I think it's not to go outside this room, because the way that we sell this to the parents is going to be crucial. Okay, so I'm not ready for this to be discussed anywhere else, but I want your feedback and I want your ideas. Okay? If that's okay.
I personally think that the 9-10 one is a no-brainer almost. Like, I do think that is very, because that's where I've come from.
Yep.
Everything else is normal, but
Yep.
where there was more kids, there was more
Yep.
and it's the same thing in Junction anyway.
Yeah.
It really does reinforce with the students that one potential limitation or education with the student would be just reinforcing which is a 2-year elective.
Yes.
You choose this
Yeah.
years,
Yep.
and if you decide, partly you don't like it, you need to stick with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this at the moment, and I have to take myself away and kind of think it through. There's a possibility it's semester 2 or 2020, so I'm not sure yet how that will go.
So we'll get told we'll give plenty of time.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a 2020 thing, to be honest. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm on leave next week, except for Friday. I'll be in for Friday because Genevieve won't be here. I might come in on Tuesday. What I would like to do, is work through some of those QCAA modules. I've just hooked you up, Emma. I think in terms of developing, developing our, I guess, a common language across the staff group, I would like us to start working through them, even if you've done them, to do them as a group, so that we can have a common language and a common understanding, so that when we go through our QA processes, we're all able to participate, and that hopefully that will flow on to our own. Next week, we're going to work through the academic integrity module together. Okay, so I will try and be here, but I am on leave. Week 9, I'm not here. I'm at King Roy. You're going to be doing athletics carnival preparation in your staff meeting. Week 10, you're going to be doing cross-country preparation in your staff meeting. But you, particularly you, sorry, I'm going to be a bit nasty, you actually could probably have input into them because there's lots of people here who've never done them. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I've given you access to the QCAA portal. Yeah. So you'll get an email and everything from them soon. Yeah. You have, I think you're, you're the only one I think who hasn't got it. Thank you, and I'm sorry it went so long. Leah, I'll just talk